Yo, what is up, legends? So I'm here in the co-working space, and what I want to do is I want to just film a video here on a question that I'm sure a lot of people are asking. I know I've gotten questions like this as well when it comes to picking a niche. So what I want to do is basically just quickly go through what my thoughts are on this. Having done this now for like a year and a half, and kind of now that I'm going in there and setting appointments and like closing deals, all that kind of stuff, I want to kind of show you what the reality is when you're going out there and you might be in a saturated niche. And what I want to kind of open your eyes to is like, there's not really as many people as you think doing this stuff. Like, I know that it seems overwhelming. It seems like there really is a ton of people, but there really isn't. Like, I know it might be easy to think that when you're seeing YouTube videos or you're seeing Facebook groups, marketing conferences, you're hearing about it all the time on like your Facebook ads and stuff. It might seem like everyone is doing this, but in reality, there's really not a lot of people. Like, online marketing, maybe there's like millions of people doing it. Yeah, they're doing affiliate marketing, they're doing drop shipping, they're doing Amazon FBA, like all that kind of stuff. But people doing social media marketing, for sure it's like a couple 100,000, I'm sure, maybe a million or two. But out of all those people, there's really only like a small percentage really taking action and going out there and prospecting, closing deals, getting clients, all that kind of stuff. So I mean, let's say at a rough percentage, it's about 10% that are actually going out there and would be considered your competition, right? And so out of those people, there's really only a smaller, very small percentage that are the 7-figure earners that are actually like getting a ton of clients, like hundreds of clients that they retain. And what I've noticed from that is that more than likely they're really niche down. So they actually pick a niche within a niche and they really dominate that. So if you were going after restaurant niche, you're not really like competing with someone who is like a master at working with a specific type of chiropractor, and that's their niche, right? So you're not really competing with those people at all. And if you were in that niche that the 7-figure business is in, there's nothing to worry about, because there's so many people. Like, let's just say in the United States, where a lot of people like to prospect, there's still a ton of businesses. Like, if you just do a Google search in just your city, you'd be amazed at how many businesses there are in just a niche. Like, just look up dentist and then type in your city. You'd be like shocked. I know I was, maybe you might not be, but I was shocked to like how many dentists there really are, how many gyms there really are in like a whole city, right? It's kind of a lot. So there's so much opportunity. So kind of dialing it back. So let's say that you were going after the gym niche, right? So sure, there's the 7-figure earners right there who are running ads and all that stuff to gym owners and all that kind of stuff. There still is a ton of business that you can get, right? And so here's why there's actually not that much competition. So more than likely, most people, the way they prospect is they're doing the same thing as everyone else, right? They either are just copying and pasting the scripts that they learned from courses, or they don't really have an understanding of how to get a business owner's attention and then get them on an appointment or on a sales call. So that's kind of like where the majority kind of stands right now, especially if it's someone who's new and doesn't really understand how to prospect or how to get someone on an appointment. Then that's kind of who is the majority of who you're competing with, right? Now, from those people, let's say that they do get an appointment. Most oftentimes it's kind of hard to close for them, because I know even for myself, I've had to hire sales coaches to kind of show me like what I'm doing wrong and how can I improve, and how can I really up my closing ratio. So even then, if they do set a bunch of appointments, their closing ratio might not be all that, like they won't be able to close that many clients, or even at the amount that they want to close them for. And then on top of that, it's not just about closing the sale, it's about actually retaining the client. And so that's another game in itself, because you have to really provide results and also really keep that relationship, which is something that really takes up your time, energy, and attention. and not a lot of people know how to do. I know for me it was kind of a challenge. Like I would get a client and I didn't really understand that you have to actually manage and retain that client, and that's something that not a lot of courses talk about, because the way they pitch it is, you get the client and then it's easy money and you're making 10K for the rest of the year, which is simply not true. There is work that still is being made. So really the only ones that you have to worry about are the ones that know how to set the appointments, know how to close them, and then know how to retain them, which are the 6 and 7 figure earners. So there really is so much opportunity in any niche that you go down to. It really just comes down to picking a niche. Doesn't matter which one, like just pick one that you're interested in and commit to it. And if you find that maybe after a client or two you don't really like it, then you can always switch. But the important part is taking the action. Like you won't know like which one is the right niche if you're just like thinking about it. You need to actually take action on it, and that's where you actually get real-time feedback, and you can always change. Or you can just say to yourself, hey, I'll just commit to this and really grow my skill set and focus on that, building on business, learning about marketing, all that kind of stuff, right? And so if you do just that, if you just focus on building a skill set and like really doubling down on getting your clients in amazing results, regardless of what niche you're in, you're gonna do really, really great, and there's gonna be very, very little competition for you. So I hope that this video like really opened your mind to what the actual reality is, and so that you don't feel overwhelmed, and so that you aren't stuck by thinking that a niche is oversaturated or whatever it might be. And if someone is telling you that, then it's simply not true, and that's only their perception of what that might be. And keep in mind, if you are thinking that, it's only going to stop you. So knowing that it's a lie and that it's actually not true, there's very little competition. If you basically just focus on your skills and actually providing results, there's very little competition, and even more so if you have a mentor, because you're actually going to be able to get real-time feedback on your prospecting, on your client delivery, and on actually closing deals. So that's something I recommend, and something that I wish I would have done sooner. So I hope that really helps you. For those of you who are looking to pick a niche, you're kind of dealing with thinking about whether it's saturated or not. Those are just my thoughts. I hope that was helpful. If you did have any other questions about this topic, just go ahead and leave them in the comments down below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So I hope that was helpful, you guys. Later.